If you have a student that has been approved for testing accommodations, you will access the Alternative Testing module located under the Views and Tools menu to the upper left-hand side of the screen. Options available here include faculty informing DAS that all exams will be proctored in the department and that the DAS Testing Center will not serve as a proctor for this course. This is also where you can indicate if there are no tests in the course. If you make either of these selections, students will not be permitted to schedule tests at the DAS Testing Center. In the event that you would prefer for the DAS Testing Center to proctor student exams or tests for the course, you will select the course from the drop-down menu and continue to specify an alternative testing agreement, which will provide DAS with essential information. The top portion of the alternative testing agreement includes information about your course. The rest of the page is an overview of testing procedures and will remain the same for all courses. As you scroll through and complete the testing agreement, information about materials needed for the test must also be included. Here you will enter information about software that might be required for the test, if any, how DAS can reach you if we have any questions, information on how flexible you would like for DAS to be if a scheduling conflict arises, or if the student has to schedule outside of class hours, and other information about the course. It is also important to note how you will be getting the test or test information to DAS, and how DAS should return the test to you once it's completed. If a course has multiple types of assessments, such as tests, quizzes, and/or exams, faculty should indicate the length of time students without accommodations will receive for each different type. If times are not entered here, students will be unable to schedule that type of assessment. For instance, if a course has no online exams, that box may be left blank, and students will not be permitted to schedule online exams for that course in their online portal. Please be sure to include a valid phone number for DAS staff to contact you in case of any problems. DAS is committed to confidentiality and works to ensure that faculty contact information is strictly for DAS staff use as it relates to test proctoring. In short, DAS does not share that contact information. Once completed, you may click Submit Alternative Testing Agreement. It is important to note that there is only one testing agreement required per course, which means that you do not need to create a separate one for each student. Any additional students that are approved for testing accommodations throughout the semester will utilize the same agreement. As needed, you can always create multiple agreements if there are differences in procedures between your tests, quizzes, and exams. The AIM system also allows for you to easily copy one testing agreement into multiple courses in the event that your procedures remain the same. In the Views and Tools menu to the far left, faculty can select Communication Services to view information on students that have been approved for a note-taking and other related accommodations. If approved for a note-taking accommodation, DAS will provide them with access to a third-party software or equivalent as appropriate. If you have any questions, please reach out to DAS for assistance. You can also view additional tutorials and guidance at the NMSU DAS website. website.